Wow, awesome.
Worship was just incredible tonight. Can we give up a hand for our worship team?
Come on, guys.
Worship is seriously one of my favorite songs. Spirit, lead me where my trust is without voice.
We're going through it again, students.
Okay, so tonight we are going to be talking about purity. We're going to be talking about the importance of saving yourself for marriage and the importance of being modest.
That's right, ladies. Such an important topic that we're talking about tonight. So blessed to have Jessie Beth on stage speaking about it. Now, fellas, you know what that means. We don't actually address this in church. We're going to go play dodgeball out back on the basketball courts. Let's go get after it, guys.
Okay, guys have so much fun playing dodgeball. Girls, we're going to start with the topic of how modest is definitely hottest.
Did anyone else see the video of the man talking about him and his fiance having a conversation of whose last name to take and how it's weird that we always take the man's last name instead of the woman's? And then he realized that there are no women's last names because after generations of taking a husband's last name, they don't exist. Because I did. And it ruined me. Like, there's never going to be a bloodline that starts with a woman's last name. Unless we just start making up our own last names. Shall we? I don't know.
Sister was a witch, right? And what was her sister? A crown-wearing, bubble-dwelling, sociopathic, homicidal maniac. Doug, get educated. By speculation, Oz is a real place that we see through the lens of Dorothy that is manipulated by Glinda using doppelganger mind magic and dreamlike sequences in order to use her to rid the land of her rivals and also conceal the true location of the land of Oz. The only individual people in Oz who aren't doppelgangers are Dorothy and Glinda. Glinda because she's the one manipulating everything to Dorothy's perspective, and Dorothy because she's the pawn. After Dorothy's house lands on Wicked Witch of the East, eliminating enemy number 1, Glinda comes and cues the celebratory death parade. Ding dong! Flies the Wicked Witch of the West to mourn the loss of her ruby-shoed sister as one would. What does Glinda do? She takes the shoes, she puts them on Dorothy, the one who killed her, and what does she look like? The mean old neighbor. She's stirring the pot, the cauldron. She's like, Dorothy, girl, you gotta get out of here. Go see the wizard to get home. Not mentioning that the wizard was quite useless and that all she had to do was tip, tap, click, clack her heels together, but Glinda ain't out here for the goodness of others. No, instead, she knows that the wizard will ask Dorothy and friends to retrieve the witch's broom for him that will result in her melting. Melting! Oh, what a world. Enemy number 2 gone. They bring it back to the wizard to find out he is in fact quite useless, and he confesses, I'm a very good man. I'm just a very bad wizard. He's handing out his sketchy wish fulfillments and tells the Tin Man, a heart is not judged by how much you love, but by how much you are loved by others. And this shitty advice plays in a second. Concludes the only way to get Dorothy home is to fly him there herself, because he too happens to be from Kansas and actually also got to Oz on a rogue hot air balloon that he was a champion skilled flyer of. Before they leave, Toto jumps out of the basket and Dorothy goes and follows him, and the Tin Man accidentally unties the rope holding them down, sending the wizard to drift off into forever. Thanks to the wizard's advice, the Tin Man is like, well, Dorothy loves me. My heart won't be of as good measure if she's here. She can't leave. Dorothy runs up to Wiz like, come back, can't you stop it? But he's flying away, says, I don't know how to work it. This is not only because he is the true inherited Wizard of Oz, he is the good witch of the South, Glinda's brother. She was furious that he was first in line to lead and bullied and brainwashed him his whole life into thinking he's a lousy wizard and not her brother and a child hot air balloon expert from Kansas who is unqualified to lead and should hide behind a curtain all day to save himself from embarrassment. But with her final enemy gone, she comes back to get Dorothy the fuck out of Oz because she's an outsider and has gained far too much liking with the people. Grabs the shoe tap secret on her and then leaves her with the lesson threat, there's no place like home, aka you are never welcome back here again, and then waves her wand behind her head in a cyclical motion resembling that of a tornado, indicating that the shoes were a facade and distraction the whole time and that she really was behind the whole thing.
Okay, now what do you all think this is? Get your mind out of the gutter. Did you guess? This is a sex toy.
Because I don't think we're on the same page. Black people also die.
In the fog of war after the debate, he attacked and I retreated. Baby, really? Oh, I'm not beating myself up anymore. I'm gonna be beating him up. Head down, his side.
Could I borrow a couple of these?
I know you're gay, so you better say you're sorry, or your secret's gonna be out. See you in chemistry.
Oh, hi, honey. How was work? Just kidding, I don't give a shit. Dumpy boy. Hi, Dumpster. Hey, Frumbo. I should have married your brother. Just kidding. Actually, how was work, though? It was good. Alright, sweet. Loving you. I'm loving you. Loving the vibes with you. I love you. That's my husband, everybody. Just kidding, there's no one here. It's just us.
This is my impression of a really bad musician trying to promote their music on TikTok. Guys, I think I just wrote this song of the summer. I shit my pants in your house, and you called the cops on me. I'm only 23.
Somebody comes up to you and says,
"Hey there, little girl. You want to come in my van and eat some candy?"
No, it's okay. I'm vegan.
Yeah.
Hey, sleepyhead, I just wanted to let you know before you go to the concert that I wrote down my phone number on your body in permanent marker. Not on your arm this time, so when you post fit pics, you know, your Instagram followers won't prank call me. It's on your calf. Anyway, I know you have your mom's number memorized, but it's going to be 3 a.m. and she sleeps like the dead, you know. I didn't want to tell you this because it's kind of a little bit scary, but I recently bought a 9mm. Yeah, we're just getting older and I can't defend myself like I once could. And you know, your mom is a lesbian, but she can't swing a baseball bat to save her life. You know, that's why I always bring such strong mimosas to the softball games. Anyway, back to the 9mm. I dropped it on the floor recently. The dog stepped on it. It shot a hole in my brand new Ethan Allen end table. Your mom, in bed, right next to it, didn't wake up. So that got me thinking. We live in the Midwest. So I got rid of our bed. Now we just have 2 twin-size mattresses with wheels underneath in case a tornado comes through and I have to push her through the doorway and into the basement, you know? Whatever. Also packed you a little bag for your concert. There's an EpiPen, some Narcan. I don't know what type of night it's going to be. Also went to Sephora and I got you a little can of coffee beans because I know how sensitive your nose is with different like perfumes and you're going to be in a crowd. I also packed a condom, but I know that you're bisexual, so I also packed a little pair of scissors if you want to turn it into a dental dam. Don't flip it over and use both sides. I mean, you can, but if we're going to go to the clinic tomorrow, I'd rather do it in the morning because I start drinking at noon. I love you. Have an amazing time.
Yeah, they really did you a favor with these teeth, but this shit looks way too real up close. But what if I slapped you? Then what? Give me a kiss. You're the only bitch I ever respected in this house.
I'm a good driver.
I've actually been organizing this for quite some time. I'm just telling you right now because I know that none of you can keep a secret.
We gotta run, the killer's
My leg
coming.
is broken, I can't move.
Weak little girl, you're mine now.
Ooh, I'm non-binary and I really don't like it when people use gendered terms on me.
Oh,
yeah, the problem is assuming, because
yeah,
you literally
I
just
didn't know.
assume.
I didn't know.
I get it,
that,
you know, everyone
today
dates and things, yeah, I agree, like everyone needs more, you know, a bit of more of understanding about, like,
I'll try harder.
yeah, I just think you have to do better going forward,
do
so.
Do I have your consent to continue?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Say goodbye, little girl. Ugh.
Yikes.
Oh,
yeah.
Man, yeah. My fellow Americans.
President.
My fellow Americans.
Comrades. Yeah, well, you're trying to kill us, so we're not comrades. You know what? What are we fighting the war together or something? Jeez, Soviets.
Say goodbye, scum.
Scum's neutral. Scum works. Scum works. Yeah,
scum works.
Neutral.
Yeah. Okay. Say goodbye, scum.
We have found the identity of the Zodiac Killer, and his name is Gary.
Gary? How dare they confuse me with a fucking Gary?
Beautiful tits and rank. Love it.
I can tell y'all right now the clock app is going to take this down. But my new PJs from Target just came in. Let's keep in mind I bought them in an extra large, which should fit me quite comfortably. Looks fine enough, right? Until I need to nope. That's my ass. It's cloth. Okay, I know my girls with the big boobs are gonna understand this. When you wake up and your shirt's around your neck and just titty out, that's gonna happen now.
Do you ever steal from my personal stores again? My clock might just slip
I haven't stolen anything.
Don't lie.
And let me just be crystal clear. When it comes to a drinkity drink, I'm going to have one.